Is this going to be the default go-to now? Roberto sounding like
20s guy?
Yeah, like James Cagney.
Right. Or he was from A League of Their Own.
How long you been black, you see? That is Kenny Cott. Black History Month minutes are fabulous.
Yeah.
And I know that they're safe to play because you and David are the ombudsman. You are the bar that Roberto and this idiot has to clear.
So yes, I like teaching Kenny the history, and then he gives it back to the people.
Nothing beats Kenny lecturing everyone on Idlewild.
Doug Williams. Wow, yeah.
How long you been a black QB? My whole life, to be exact.
Sadly, that was a real question.
No.
Yes.
You didn't, that wasn't made up?
No. No, a reporter actually asked him that question, and he was like, my whole life.
Gary and Richard.
That's why I was like, we have to include that in here. So, yes.
All right. Well,
it's not Roberto being a jerk.
Let me ask a question, not only to the crew here, but to you guys out in Metro Detroit. Does it even feel like Super Bowl weekend?
No.
What am I missing here? Now, I have a theory, but it doesn't feel like these are two elite teams. These are two great teams, two great quarterbacks, star power everywhere. Two teams, I think, if by week 6 you identified, hey, who do you think is in the Super Bowl? I think a lot of people would have said these two.
Right.
And there's no juice. What am I missing?
There's no storyline. You know what? And you can understand this reference, Mike. This feels like the 2 years when Jordan was gone from basketball and the Rockets went to the NBA Finals. And they won. They played with the Pacers and the Knicks. It was finals, but it wasn't the same. And I think as much as you love or hate Brady, there is no Brady. So you don't have anything to root for or root against. There's no overlying story. I don't want to see this man win again, or I need Tom Brady to get another ring. You got two teams. The most that you could say that you hate is, family members of Mahomes. But
he ain't wrong.
Other than that, you kind of like both teams. And I think the Vegas odds are showing that most people are saying the same thing. I kind of like both teams. I can see if Kansas City won this whole thing, would I be shocked? No. Philly won? Would I be? No, I wouldn't.
So then here's my theory. I guess we can shoot this down like a spy balloon. I think the 2-week break is what kills it. Like, I feel like as a fan, it was ages ago when I watched Niners-Eagles and Bengals-Chiefs. And Bengals-Chiefs was electric. It's not the Niners' fault their game fell apart. Their quarterbacks died. But that feels like a month ago. Right. In today's 24/7 news cycle. And 2 weeks later, to have a bye week in like week 24 of the year?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, Niners run a third-string quarterback.
Well, technically a fifth.
Right. We hit the running back stage. I think the other thing that maybe hurts the product, and I don't know if the NFL realized it, when you put a bastardized, watered-down product called the Pro Bowl on the week before,
sure,
you kind of just put Vienna sausages and stuck a toothpick in it and said, here's your hors d'oeuvres. You took away everybody's passion by showing them beach volleyball.
So let me ask the question. As a football fan, and look, I don't know what your plans are for the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter. You could be just watching it by yourself. You could be watching it at a huge party or anything in between. It doesn't matter. Do you feel like football ended 2 weeks ago? I think the 2-week gap between Championship Sunday and the Super Bowl is one of the dumbest things in the entire world of sports. I think it's the worst. We have been sitting and waiting forever. So now that it's here, you're like, call me Sunday at 6:30. Like, can I just watch it? What's there left to talk about? And Rico's right. Maybe it's just a coin flip. Yeah. The game is a coin flip, right? I don't know. I just wanted to know from the people.
I mean, I think they just did a bad job. You would have been better off, in my opinion, showing the award ceremony last weekend where the MVPs and the Rookies of the Year, because that's football. That's kind of recapping it, saying, okay, but we're not done yet.
Yeah.
But when you went out there last week and you did the Nickelodeon show,
Hey, I got news for you. Let me give you another example. And if you don't buy my time is killing it, I think college football has the same problem. Hey, Michigan fan, it felt like months ago when you beat Ohio State and you have to sit and wait for your game. You know what they should do? And they'll never do it. But college football playoffs should start the next week following the conference title games. That the Rico Lamar Beard expanded playoff fiesta, it should just be go time.
Yep.
Because waiting all that time kills the vibe.
And I'll even split it. I'll go 2 weeks. You do the Heisman, but that's just it. The Heisman ceremony is the next week, and then you jump right back into real football.
Oh, and don't forget finals.
Oh, yeah.
But so you're on board with it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the key.
December 15th should be the beginning of college football playoffs.
I know David has a vehement disagreement here. Not on the time affecting this, but David believes one of these teams is infinitely hateable. So we may as well roll that into this bowl of breadcrumbs here and have the conversation, because you're back there seething, probably because you're eating baked wings on Sunday.
I had the over-under on baked wings at 10.5 minutes.
I can't let it go.
He hit the under.
I'm willing to buy him wings, drop off an air fryer, drop off a deep fryer. I'll do whatever it takes to avoid him feeding his family baked wings. It's a disgrace. But please, which of these teams is hateable?
Which of these teams is hateable?
Because I'm a Giants fan. Hating the Eagles doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
That's my birthright.
No,
I'm saying as Detroiters, why do you hate either team? They got quarterbacks that are amazing. They got head coaches with personalities. They have star power. They play exciting football. What? Tell me what is hateable.
See, I'm just going to tell you personally, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are hateable to me. It's just because they're always there right now.
Okay.
And Mahomes gets away with things that he does in the backyard. It's like my kids playing in the backyard. He's doing backyard plays on an NFL football field, and it's kind of annoying.
Now, how much of this has to do with his wife and brother and his dad, who seemed like he over-imbibed AFC title game Sunday? Come on. You can just say it. We're amongst friends.
It has a lot to do with it.
Okay, don't BS me with the playground routine.
You just don't want to see them celebrate.
You don't want Jackson Mahomes dancing and being happy.
No, because
that's what you don't want.
You hadn't heard them all year, and then they make the Super Bowl, and then you hear them. You see them on social media. You see the father doing this with a cigar and her yelling. I don't want it.
Okay.
That's the annoying part for me.
And guess what? I can't argue it. I guess I do a decent job of trying to separate it. I try. And for me, I mean, he's an unbelievable player. Reed took an unbelievable chance on this kid who had no tape that was suggestive of NFL success. Go back and watch him at Texas Tech. The things he did, quote, got away with, you're going, that's never going to work in the pros.
No, you know what? It reminded me a lot of Steph Curry.
Yes.
He did it at Davidson, but he won't do. He can't do this in the pros.
Correct.
Right. This isn't a Saturday afternoon against Liberty.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
But I'll give you something else as well, and it's part of what you said, Mike, about the time. It's part of it. It's the 18 weeks regular season schedule. It pushes everything back.
Yeah.
We are in the middle of February, and we're now finally getting to the Super Bowl.
The extra game.
If they got rid of the extra week between it, maybe I can deal with that.
You know what David's saying? Controversialopinion.com. Here we go.
Too many.
David is saying it's too much football. David is saying he's ready for football to end. Now, David's not man enough to say that. I know we're supposed to go on the air like a bunch of pacifier-sucking wimps and say, oh, the football don't leave me. But maybe the reality is they've expanded it. They've jammed the preseason games down your throat.
From Monday to Thursday. Well, Thursday to Monday, I should say.
Monday, Thursday, Saturday in December, Sunday, playoff, super wild card weekend. Then we got a 2-week gap to the Super Bowl. Maybe have we hit the line of delineation that there will be no more football.
The point of diminishing returns. I like that.
We are at the end. And I'm sure Rico has a comic book example that I can't provide. but we are at the end of the biodome.
Okay. The biodome.
We've arrived at the end of the ice bridge.
We're in Wakanda now.
And Stringer Bell won't let me travel the telescope to Happy Land. I'm just making a point.
An oversaturation of football, I do think that this may be a valid point, that they've hit a point of diminishing returns where now you don't get the same effect because it's too much.
And think about this. How long ago did the Lions have that magical Sunday night, the feel-good, ending Aaron Rodgers? It feels like months ago because factually it was. Think about it. I mean, that was 5 weeks ago.
Seems a lot longer than that.
So hold on. Maybe this is the topic that we didn't intend on being a topic, but it happened. Are we admitting that this is all we need? We're good. We're going to watch Super Bowl. We have to miss football in order to enjoy football. That in order to not become the other sports that we loathe, those endless regular seasons, the nonsense, the death march of it all, maybe football's turning into that.
Because now you have the combine, followed by the draft, followed by Hall of Fame game, and you kind of wash, rinse, repeat.
No.
Interesting thesis, Mike.
248-539-9797. Also, if you want to protest baked wings, you can call up anytime today and attack Dave. Think we're good. We got Prop Bet Casino. We got the picks, and I have a prop bet. I got two prop bets that I want to run by the master of disaster himself, Rico Beer, because I think these props are awesome, and I'm actually going to bet them. I hate props, but these I want to run by you,
okay,
because you are the barometer. You're good at those things. Anything else, Dave? What a wonderful job by him. As low level as your chicken wings are is as high level as your commentary. You got the creative juices flowing on a gloomy Friday.
Because I'm excited about those wings.
Lord knows we experienced all 4 seasons in 1 hour today.
Haven't we? Haven't we?